Today, we live in a world where almost everything is mapped, measured, and explained. We scroll through countless facts on our phones and think there's nothing left to discover. But if we look back thousands of years, there was a time of true mysteries, a time when giant pyramids rose from the desert, built by hands alone without any machinery or modern tools. The Great Pyramid of Giza is one of those mysteries. Within its gigantic stone walls, it has kept its secrets for almost 4,000 years. However, scientists are now looking deep into the pyramid using new scanning technology, and what they're finding is truly amazing. Hidden spaces, unknown chambers, and voids that no one has seen before. Could there be treasures in these secret rooms? Could they reveal how the pyramid was really built? Or would they show us something we never imagined? The Great Pyramid may still have stories to tell after all this time, and with new evidence, we may finally discover what's hiding inside. To understand this, we have to look beyond the headlines and explore the heart of the Great Pyramid itself, because this monument's more than just a pile of stones. It's a symbol of human faith, ambition, and mystery. The timeless mystery of the Great Pyramid. The Great Pyramid of Giza is one of the most famous and stunning structures in human history. It's located on the Giza Plateau near modern-day Cairo and was constructed more than 4,500 years ago. This monument was built for Pharaoh Khufu, who was the second pharaoh of the 4th dynasty. Travelers, archaeologists, and engineers have been in awe of this enormous monument for thousands of years. It was the tallest man-made structure in the world for about 3,800 years. Its height was roughly 147 meters when it was first built. Even today, its size, precision, and relentless strength amaze everyone. Erosion and the removal of limestone casing have reduced the pyramid's height. It stands around 140 meters now. The pyramid was built with almost 2.3 million limestone and granite blocks, with some blocks weighing up to 80 tons. There are many theories about how these massive stones were moved and hoisted into place, but no one knows for sure. There are no detailed blueprints or records to explain how ancient Egyptian builders built this spectacular monument. That's one of the reasons the Great Pyramid has remained a symbol of awe and mystery for so long. Inside the pyramid, there are many known spaces like the King's Chamber, Queen's Chamber, and the Grand Gallery. These rooms are connected through narrow passages, many of which are carefully hidden or sealed. Throughout the ages, treasure seekers, explorers, and modern archaeologists have tried to discover more hidden spaces inside. Finding hidden places without causing damage to the structure was nearly impossible until recently. But now, thanks to advanced technology like cosmic ray imaging and infrared thermography, researchers can see through the stone non-invasively. These scans have revealed mysterious voids inside the pyramid, raising new questions. Are they secret passageways, burial chambers, or spaces made to relieve pressure on the walls? As of yet, no one can say this with certainty. But what we do know is that the Great Pyramid was more than just a tomb. It was a tribute to ambition, faith, and strength. It tells us the story of a civilization that was capable of organizing tens of thousands of workers, designing amazing engineering solutions, and building something that would last forever. Even after 4.5 millennia, the Great Pyramid's story is far from over, and thanks to new technology, we're on the edge of discovering new secrets that were meant to stay hidden forever. Technology lifting the stone curtain. For decades, archaeologists and explorers had no idea about what might be hidden inside the Great Pyramid. Since it was impossible to tear down its walls, people had to rely on maps, stories, and a great deal of imagination. But now, modern science has given us tools that the ancient Egyptians would have called magical. One of the most important technology breakthroughs is muon radiography. This method uses little particles called muons, which come naturally from cosmic rays. As muons travel through stone, they lose energy or get absorbed. Scientists can then determine how many muons reach detectors placed inside or outside the pyramid. If fewer muons pass through a certain spot, it means it's solid stone. But if more muons pass through, it means there's a hidden void or empty space. It's like getting an X-ray of the whole pyramid without ever drilling a hole. In addition to muon radiography, scientists have used infrared thermography to identify unusual heat patterns on the pyramid's exterior that might indicate cavities or secret passageways. All of these data points are then converted into a virtual map of the structure inside using 3D reconstruction software. It's a real combination of physics, engineering, and computer science to explore a structure that stood for more than 4,500 years. The Scan Pyramids project, which consists of researchers from Egypt, Japan, and France, has made stunning discoveries because of these incredible tools. In 2017, they announced a large hidden void above the Grand Valley. It was almost 30 meters long. No one expected to discover such a huge empty space in that area. Since then, researchers have kept looking into other anomalies, including a tunnel or corridor on the pyramid's north face. These discoveries leave experts asking, why did the ancient builders leave such spaces? Were they structural, or were they intended to conceal something important? In 2023, another hidden corridor was discovered above the pyramid's entrance. This corridor measured 30 feet long. This corridor had walls made out of roughly hewn stone blocks and a vaulted stone ceiling. The corridor was found behind the northern face of the Great Pyramid, almost 7 meters above the main entrance. Mustafa Waziri, head of Egypt's Supreme Council of Antiquities, thinks that the newly discovered corridor likely helped distribute weight within the massive structure. Egyptian archaeologist Zahi Hawass said that this was a major discovery that would enter the houses and homes of people all over the world for the first time. He also said that it might help unveil whether the burial chamber of King Khufu still existed inside the pyramid. While many Egyptologists are hesitant about jumping to conclusions, the excitement's difficult to resist. After decades of myths regarding hidden treasures, secret burial rooms, and traps for grave robbers, there's finally scientific proof that unknown spaces do exist. There's still much to reveal about the Great Pyramid. Technology's given us a new opportunity to peek past the stones and discover what our ancestors intended to keep hidden forever. These chambers' potential secrets. One big question still remains after all these discoveries of hidden voids and unknown spaces. What can actually be inside them? For decades, stories have suggested that the Great Pyramid was more than just a tomb. Some stories say that hidden chambers were used to protect the pharaoh's most valuable treasures. Others say there can be a secret archive buried in the stone, preserving lost knowledge of the ancient world. Even though these ideas sound like something out of a movie, they do have some historical roots. Ancient Egyptians built magnificent tombs filled with items for the afterlife, such as food, jewelry, statues, and holy texts. Pharaohs were buried with objects they believed they would require beyond death. Builders also built traps and false passageways to deceive tomb robbers. Therefore, it's quite possible that Khufu, one of the most powerful rulers of this time, ordered secret rooms that were meant to be hidden forever. Some experts say these voids might have a practical purpose. The massive blocks of the pyramids exert a great deal of pressure, so builders could have left these empty spaces to relieve stress on the walls. If this is true, then these voids are simply architectural solutions to keep the structure stable for thousands of years. But even if they were made for engineering, they still tell us something new about the thought and work style of ancient Egyptians. Other theories suggest that these spaces could have a ritual or religious meaning. Ancient Egyptians believed that the pharaoh became a god after death. Some chambers have been made for spiritual ceremonies and offerings to help Khufu reach the afterlife. These theories would make these voids more than just empty spaces. Whatever the ultimate answer, these new findings create exciting possibilities. For the first time in centuries, we're not just speculating about the pyramid's secrets, we're starting to see them with our own eyes. This is just because of incredible technology. With every new scan, we learn more about this gigantic monument and the real intent behind its creation. These secret rooms to the Great Pyramid serve as a reminder that there's still a great deal to learn about the ancient civilization. They were built for protecting treasure, preserving knowledge, or honoring the gods. It is still to be unveiled, and perhaps these secrets may eventually be revealed, changing everything we know about ancient Egypt. Beyond simply adding mystery to the Great Pyramid, these hidden passageways and chambers have the potential to completely change our understanding of the ancient Egyptian civilization. For many years, experts thought they'd mapped out nearly every aspect of this massive monument. However, these new voids show that much more has to be discovered. It challenges the old idea that the Great Pyramid was thoroughly investigated, showing that even the most studied structure on Earth can surprise us. If these chambers turn out to be burial rooms or storage vaults, they may contain artifacts that have never been seen before. These artifacts may include tools, religious objects, or even royal treasures meant for the pharaoh's afterlife. These artifacts can provide us with information on customs, beliefs, and everyday life that no written text could ever provide. They can also provide answers to queries regarding the pyramid's construction, labor organization, and the extent of the ancient workers' technical expertise. Due to these discoveries, we also get a new perspective on the ancient engineers. The builders of the Great Pyramid were not just laborers stacking stones. They were skilled planners who could consider religious symbols, hidden passages, and structural forces. The more we discover about these secret rooms, the more we admire how intelligent and advanced these ancient people really were. And it's not just about engineering. The Egyptians' perspectives on death and the afterlife may also be revealed via these chambers. If they were built for spiritual purposes, they show how the pharaoh's journey to eternity shaped the design of every block. The pyramid was not just a giant tomb. It was a cosmic machine built to help a king become a god. At the same time, these discoveries bring new challenges. How do we explore these spaces without damaging the monument? What research techniques should be used to investigate while respecting a cultural treasure that belongs to all of humanity? These are all queries that archaeologists and Egypt's government will have to answer carefully. Still, the excitement is real. The Great Pyramid has remained silent for thousands of years, keeping secrets beneath its stone walls. But now we have the keys to unveil such secrets due to modern science, and as technology advances, we may soon rewrite the history of this global marvel. This would completely change our entire view of the ancient Egyptian world. Hidden chambers, lost passages, and whispers of a king. This is Egypt's greatest mystery, which is still unfolding. Like this journey into the hidden chambers of the Great Pyramid? Do tell us in the comments. Hit subscribe and join us for the next chapter of ancient history.